Welcome back to Shabby Shack Studio, friends. I'm your host Kim and I'm so happy to have you here. We are focusing on all things watercolour today while we celebrate the beautiful Aussie climate and our iconic gum leaf. I'm lighting a beautiful candle today, gifted to me by Buckley Phillips Aromatics. I will add all the details for this beautiful range in the company below with my supply details. Okay, so I just start off by taping up one of my favourite A5 watercolour pads. This is a Mont one. It's around 300 GSM, so it's a lovely weight. As you can see, I've just used an inexpensive washi tape that I had already around the house, so it was nothing expensive. And then I picked up my pencil and I've just started off adding in some leaves. I already knew what I wanted to sketch. I wanted to do gum leaves. I was inspired by that beautiful candle. And as you can see, I'm very gentle with the pencil because it will be painting over that and it will disappear under the colour, so don't worry about that. There are a couple of little lines at the end there that I erased, but it's very, very little. Okay, so I'm adding some water to my palette here, and I'm just picking up some of my favourite colours. So this will literally be painted with 4 colours. It's very simple. I've used the sap green that you can see right there. All of these paints are from my Royal Talens professional series, quite inexpensive, and I will tag that for you below if you would like to try those paints as well. They come in a beautiful box with the palette and everything as well, but I do love this particular terracotta pottery one that I picked up from H&M. Again, it was very cheap, it was on sale, and I love the little divisions on that. So you can see me then using the yellow ochre. That's that beautiful yellow, because our gum leaves in our beautiful environment here in Australia have all those amazing colours. And then you can see that that yellow ochre used a standalone would be a bit too bright, so I have picked up my sepia, which is a lovely deep brown, and I'm adding some of that in too, lots and lots of water. And I do, just for a little bit of an FYI for you, I do decide I need a little bit more blue to add to that sap green, just to muddy it up and to give it that gorgeous ghost gum appeal. And it's the Prussian blue that you'll see me use a little bit down the track. So now that I have all my colours mixed up and ready to go on my palette, I just do what I normally do. My style is very casual, it's very relaxed. My pencil sketches, as you can see, I just feel my way. That's my style. You're welcome to grab some leaves and put them in a vase in front of you, or put them on the tabletop, or even paint from an image if you like. But a lot of what I paint comes just from my imagination. It's something that I've seen. I will add in some gentle pencil lines like I have here, and then follow it a little bit. I just wanted to make sure that I had the structure correct, so that some of the leaves were dipping off the sides of the page underneath that tape. I wanted to make sure that if I decided to add a matte to this one later, that it would have, the leaves would appear quite full on the page. So as you can see, I'm using one of my favourite brushes, again very inexpensive. This was a number 10 acrylic brush that I picked up on sale when I was in Spain. It was, well, not on sale, but it was at a market, so it was very inexpensive. Every time I pick it up, it reminds me of that wonderful family holiday and wandering around that amazing little bazaar and finding wonderful little treasures to bring home. So you can see that I have that Prussian blue now. You can see on the palette, I have the ochre, I have the sepia, and I have the sage. The sage is mixed in with that beautiful blue. And I am just taking the tip of that number 10 brush, and I am just feeling my way 100%. I'm adding a little bit of depth of colour at the tips and at the base on this one. The lovely point on this brush is one of my favourite things, because I can do everything from fine details to stems and stalks and twigs and those kind of things. I'm being very careful to leave lots of white space. Gum leaves, just by the way that they're designed in our hot climate, they're missing parts. They're crumpled and rumpled and they're crunchy. Even when they're on the tree, they're our koala's favourite food. But the shape of them is beautiful, and the colours, there's so many colours in them, and you'll always see them tumbled around the base of a tree on the ground. So they've got a burnt browns in them, they've got these beautiful green where the koalas thinking these look lovely and juicy and these would be perfect for me to eat. They've got these beautiful smoky blues in them. They've got that gorgeous yellow when they're starting to turn. They really are a stunning leaf. The shape is lovely, and I love the perfect imperfection of these leaves, and you know, of our country as a whole. We are so blessed to have such beautiful animals and such beautiful nature and flora around us. So as you can see, it's not fancy brush strokes, it's feeling your way and really enjoying the process. Sometimes I dip my brush directly back into the actual pan of colour for a little bit more depth. Most of the time I have it nicely watered down, so there's a couple of jars of clean water just off screen. And as you can see through all this, you can see that beautiful candle that inspired it, the Gum Leaf Essential series. And this one is aptly named Happiness. And honestly, the smell on this was so beautiful. And it certainly was a happy place for me creating this for you today. This is a fun video that I created today. It's quite short, it's only around 8 minutes. And I do skip through a little bit so that you can see as the composition takes place, but the rest of it is in real time. So you're welcome to play this over and over again if it suits you and paint along with me. And as you can see, 4 colours, an inexpensive art book, inexpensive brush, inexpensive washi tape. It doesn't need to be an expensive process. This should be fun. Okay, so there you can see that their composition is complete. I'm going to remove that washi tape last of all so you can see that lovely frame. And thank you so much for being with me. So don't forget to hit subscribe if you'd like to see more of these very simple and minimal amounts of colour and inexpensive pieces of art that we can create together. They're perfect for the beginner right through to advanced as you like. Wonderful to gift or to keep for yourself to fill up your art book. Thanks so much for having me today. Have a lovely day.